Well, I want to show you everything that I've done with my 96 F-150 since I bought it at the end of January. Start with the stuff I did on the outside, with the interior, and then show you what I've done underneath the hood. First thing I did, well, one of the first things I did on the outside was put on these nice F-150 custom badges. Figure since I'm making it my own, it's got to have custom badges on it. I've cleaned up the rims several times. I changed out my center caps to ones that have a red insert, and I also put some nice new chrome lug nuts on it. I had the radius arm bushings replaced. Again, you can see nice cleaned up wheels and red center caps in the back. Put some LED reverse lights on it that are actually tied into the reverse lights. They really help out when I'm backing up at night. Put a trailer hitch on it. I do have the hole in my rear bumper for a ball, but I just don't like that. Kind of awkward to use. I replaced the license plate light lenses, changed the bulbs. It's a Draw-Tite Pro Series hitch that I put on. I just replaced the toolbox a couple weeks ago. That is actually from the accident I got into on Memorial Day. I'm definitely gonna have that fixed at some point. I had the front spring hangers done. That's the thrust tube I put on. Makes it sound a little bit louder, a little bit better. And as you guys have seen, I'm going to be putting some headers on it in a month or so. Chrome exhaust tip. That's just really for looks. I replaced the mirrors. When I got it, the mirrors were absolute garbage, so just got some aftermarket ones, just stock replacements. Inside, I put a XLT bench seat in it with, it's got power lumbar support and fold down armrest. I really don't use the power lumbar, but I do like having the armrest. The kid who I bought my truck from, he put the Pioneer in it. I'm going to go around the driver's side. I installed an XLT, or a gauge cluster with a tachometer, which, yeah, even though it's an automatic, I want to have a tach. Finally, under the hood. Got the air conditioning working. I replaced the alternator, which had a bad bearing in it. replace the belt tensioner. One of the first things I also had to do is put a battery in it. I painted up the upper intake plenum. Again, not really going to give me any more performance, it's just for looks really. I replaced the radiator that was leaking. I replaced the thermostat housing gasket, thermostat, bypass hose, and upper radiator hose. I did front brake lines on it. So I used copper nickel brake line. I got new hoses, calipers and pads. There was a little bit of surface rust on the brake booster that I touched up. I've washed the engine compartment a few times. I replaced the cap and rotor with a MSD cap and rotor kit. Some red Ford Racing plug wires. I also replaced my coil with a MSD blaster coil. Another thing that I had done when I first bought it, I had the exhaust, I had some exhaust work done to it. I had these studs that go to the Y pipe. I had the studs replaced on both sides. The passenger side manifold did actually come off. There are 2 broken bolts in the cylinder head that he drilled out and tapped. He did put plugs in it for me too. You noticed that the plugs were pretty nasty looking, so I said go ahead and put a set of plugs in it. I also got the under hood light working. Just had to change the bulb. Change the connector on the driver's side headlight. And if you've seen my plans for my truck video, you'll know what's going on next. I've got way too much money into this thing. However, it's a hobby, and so all I gotta say is thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and one thing I forgot to mention, I replaced the rear view mirror, which was also garbage.